And for this workout, you'll need a pair of bells the same size, and you'll need a single bell that's a little bit heavier. So we'll start off with a double floor press. You'll be lying down your back, knees bent. You're gonna take the bells so they're propped up on the back of the wrist with the wrist straight. Do that on both sides. From here, make sure you engage your core, pull your belly button into your spine. Elbows are out about a 45-degree angle. From there, nothing else moves in your body. We're just going to extend the arms up into the press position, tap our elbows back down, and then press again. The forearms stay vertical as you come up and down into that press. No arching of the back as we do this. To finish, we just take them back down to the ground. And then from there, we'll stand up with the big bell. We'll do kettlebell swings. So you want your feet about hip width apart, toes slightly turned out. The bell's going to be out in front of you. This is an explosive hinge motion. So we want to make sure that we're checking everybody. We're finished in that neutral, standing in a neutral position. Obviously, the foot positions could be a little bit wider than our standing in neutral to allow for the hinge and the swing to happen, but this is where we want to finish. So if you're seeing a lot of this excessive shoulders behind the pelvis type of situation, really force them to engage their core muscles. Make sure the glutes are engaged. Also, make sure the glutes are engaged more than the knees. The knees don't need to hyperextend here. So sometimes you'll see that the knees get hyperextended and the hips stay kind of in that anterior pelvic tilt. And then people will arch back from there. That means that they're trying to do most of the swings with their quads instead of get their hips and their hamstring, or their glutes and their hamstrings engaged. So we start in our hinge position. All of our hinge mechanics apply, right? From here, we're going to hike the belt back, and then we'll go into our spine. Should not move. We shouldn't have any flexion or extension of the spine. The trunk is going to finish vertical. How much somebody hinges depends on their hamstring length, but you can see that there's not a lot of pull going on in the arms. We're not pulling the bell up. We're extending those hips just like our hinge mechanics get the power driving from the hips. From there, we'll go to double kettlebell row. Stand feet a little bit wider than shoulder width so we can stand directly over the bells. We're going to come into a hinge position. Our trunk should be close to parallel to the ground. Bend the knees. If there's the hamstrings are too tight, the weight should be set back into the heels. From here, belly button's pulled in. We're kind of assuming that quad plank position, and then we're doing a double kettlebell row. So really try to get those same row mechanics going on, right? Shoulders come up, shoulders come back, then the elbows come back. You can see there's a lot going on in the arms. There's not a lot going on anywhere else. So shoulders elevate, shoulders retract, elbows pull. You can see my elbows should finish right at my rib cage. I'm not gonna dump my shoulder forward and do this kind of thing. So if you see going into trunk or spinal flexion and getting that arm excessively pulled back, just remember to cue shoulders up, shoulders back, then elbows back, just like our rowing mechanics here. It's okay to reset each time on the ground. You don't have to, but sometimes it's nice to just be able to give everything a chance to reset before you go again. From there, we'll go back to our swings. Also, watch on that downswing, watch for excessive neck motion, right? So some people will keep their trunk or their upper spine in this flexion position and extend their head thinking that they're getting that T-spine extension. So try to keep the chin in line, right? So we shouldn't get a lot of excessive head motion, but we should get that thoracic spine extended. From there, we'll go back to the bells again. Both bells are going to be racked on the shoulder. We're going to take our standing in neutral posture here. Hips back, tailbone tucked, glutes engaged. From here, we're going to do a push press. So we're going to dip into our knees, and then we're going to drive through our hips, and we're going to come into that extended position. So when we're doing this, they should be feeling all the muscles that engage when we do our scapular depression exercise. Dip, drive, glutes up, glutes engaged, belly button's pulled in, chest is extended. We're not getting into these excessive positions here. Dip, drive into that overhead press.